Hello friends, Gagan this side. Today I'm going to discuss about Agentforce tutorial. In this video, I will configure one agent action, which will basically fetch the details of the open cases. Like if I'm a basically manager and I wanted to just put on the chatbot, a chatbot, can you please give me the information of how many open cases are there, like the count. So this chatbot will basically, the agent force will give me the count of the open cases. And if I wanted to basically know the information of all the list, or just give me the case id of all the open cases, so this chatbot will give me those cases as well. And the third scenario is, what are the high priority cases which are open as of now. As a manager, I wanted to see that. So this thing we are going to configure today. So two action I have already been covered, and the third one I will basically show you the demo how you can basically make a agent force action in the Salesforce. If you wanted to know what is the agent force, I already made one video, and you can go to my YouTube channel and you can see and watch that video, and then you will get to know how you can set up the agent force. So I'm not going to discuss about this. So in general, basically agent force is nothing but is a AI agent. So if you're running a company and if the customer have any queries related to the product, or they wanted to basically raise the case or something, right? So what happens generally, you hire some agent or customer representative, or like the person who can provide the support on the real chat. So to basically avoid the human intervention or connection with the customer or automate the things, Salesforce had introduced agent force, which is nothing but the AI agent. So AI will resolve the queries of the customers. So this is it. And uh, so this is, you can see, this is the agent builder. So this is actually the playground that I have created through the Trailhead, and I already created one agent. So if you wanted to basically create the chatbot, you have to create the agent, and inside the agent you can add multiple agent actions. Okay, so you can see that there are two agent action. One second. Yes, so here you can see you have to add basically topic here inside the agent builder, and inside one topic you can create 10 topics, 15 topics, and inside one topic you can add multiple actions. Okay, so actions are nothing but it's like the configuration. Either it could be your code, or either it could be your lightning flow from where you have basically configured your logic. So topic is basically just the instruction you are showing that, okay, this is an instruction. If this kind of query is coming, if the customer is asking about uh, so this is a topic actually, and I have mentioned that if the customer is asking about like unresolved cases, like if there's any open cases or unresolved cases, in that case you have to basically you have to just execute this action. Okay, and inside again these actions, if I go to any particular action, let me show you. Yeah, this is one of the action that I have added inside that topic. Like if customer is asking about the open cases or unresolved cases, so in that case this action has to be invoked. So in this action, I have already given the instruction. You can see that the agent yeah, here you can see the instruction. So please provide the details of the case count when customer is asking about the details of open and unresolved cases. So if a customer is saying that, hey agent, can you please give me the information about the open cases or unresolved cases, in that case the Salesforce will execute this action, and this action is nothing but this is a lightning flow. So you can see inside this action we have added this get case details action, which is nothing but a lightning flow. And if I just open this lightning flow, so they are the other things. So first of all, let me give you the demo how it is working so far. So uh, to test this, I have to go to the agent builder. So if I go here, agents, and if I go here, and if I open my builder, so let me just give you the demo of how it is working. So this is a chatbot, and let me ask him, hey, can you give me the count of open cases? So now it is analyzing the details. It is basically checking which action has to be executed. So you can see it has executed this action and has fetch the details and has given me the reward that there are currently 5 open cases. Okay, now if I will ask, can you give me the list of open cases? Now I'm not asking the count. Initially I asked for the count, so he has execute the action and told me that there's a 5 open cases. Now I want the complete list of the open cases. So now again the different action will execute because I have given the different text. So agent AI is analyzing which action has to be executed based on the instruction. So I already told you, if I go here in the on the agent actions. So if I go to the action, so there are 2 actions. If I just right click and open any action, so I have provided the description when this action has to be executed and more details it has to be provided to the customer. So this is the action and I have provided the instruction. Please provide this output when customer is asking about open and unresolved cases counts. So in that case only this action has to be executed. So that's why, because initially when I ask please provide the count of the open cases, so generative AI has already actually analyzes that it has to be execute this particular action, and whatever the output is coming, they will just give you here in the chatbot. And when I ask about the list of the open cases, so here as well I have added the instruction. Here I have given the instruction, please provide the detail of cases list when customer is asking about the details of open or unresolved cases. Details when customer is asking about the details, so I was asking for the list. So that's why whatever the list which is coming here, it's returning here in the panel, here in the conversation preview. Now how this output is coming, we're providing the input and we're getting the output, and whatever the output we are getting, I'm this output is getting popped up over this conversation preview window. So how this action is actually working, so this action is nothing but the lightning flow. You can either add the apex class as well. So if I just open this lightning flow, so in the lightning flow, first of all, you have to create 2 variables. One is input variable and second is output variable. So input variable is something where you have to provide to the lightning flow. Okay, based on this input, you have to provide this output. So in this case, if I want the list of open a list of open cases, right? Which status is not closed. I wanted this those details. So in that case, I have to provide the status. Okay. Now customer is asking the details of open or unresolved cases. So here I have provided the information. If customer is asking open or unresolved cases, please pass closed, because my queries is configured like select cases case number id from cases where status is not equals to close. So if they are asking about open or unresolved cases, I am making the query the status should not be equals to close, and just give all those details here in the output panel. And this output panel I'm showing in the conversation. So don't be in a hurry, I'm going to configure our third scenario where we have to basically fetch the high priority cases. How many how high priority cases are there which are open. So that's there. And if I open this, lightning flow, as I already told you, your first step is you have to create 2 variable. One is input variable and second is output variable. So here the input variable is the status, like what kind of cases I wanted to fetch, whether it should be closed or it should not be closed. So that input variable I'm passing from here. And here you have to create the input variable. You can see this is the variable stator variable, which is by default closed. And it's available for input. So this is the input variable, and one we have to create the output variable. Our output variable is nothing but the list of cases that we are getting here. This is the list of cases. So list of cases, yes, sorry, yeah, here list of the cases. So whatever the list is coming, we are basically fetching just number, the case number id, and we are assigning this to this particular list. This is about output list. We create one variable. Okay, okay, we I actually have opened the wrong lightning flow. This is for the count. If I go back, if I go here, so this is for the list. So this is for the list. Right click and open this. So I have to open this flow. So I have to open this flow, and here we are basically passing the list. So there should be a variable which is storing all the list of open cases. So if I go here to check the case variables, we have to click this panel, and here this is one variable, collection variable, which is open case list and which is output. You can see if this checkbox is checked, that means it's available for input. If this checkbox is checked, that it is available for output. And this is a variable which is a record type, and what record object record we are storing the case object record, and it's collecting all the multiple values. So as soon as I'm basically, one second. So as soon as I'm saying, let me repeat it again. Like ask Let me ask this chat, please can you please provide me the open case count. Okay, as of now I need, no, open case list, open cases list. So let's see which action it's basically executing. We have two action here in this topic. So see, actually has executed this action, get open case list, because I have clearly mentioned I need the list of open cases. So generative AI has already analyzes, uh, and basically decided based on my instruction, like this flow action has should be executed to get the details. So this has been executed, and this is the input which has been passed, uh, uh, as an input here in this flow. In the flow we need the input, right? In the query, the case status should be closed, should not be closed, so which is coming from our action, which is coming from our action. If I just go here in this action, right? Yes, if I go here, I will clearly mention if the customer is asking of open list, in the instruction I pass that please pass close if the customer is asking for list of open or unresolved cases. So close is nothing but this is the input. So AI is already analyzing. He just checked my instruction. We have to pass close because I'm asking for the list of open cases. And when I pass open, this closed as an input so this flow has basically made the query and assigned to this variable, and this variable is nothing but is the output. So whatever the list is coming of these cases, it will be coming as an output, which is nothing but the list. So this is the output. We are getting all the all the case number, all the open cases numbers, and this open cases is coming here when I'm asking for the details. So this is how it's working. Now if I will ask, can you give me the count of open cases? So now it will execute the first agent action, because I have given the clear instruction. If somebody is asking for the case number list, then this action has to be executed. And this is nothing but this is also the lightning flow. We are passing the input parameter. Based on the input parameter, it's making the query, and we are basically whatever the records which is coming, we are counting the list. Yeah, one second. I think it's already open. So let me close the list. Yeah, if I'll show you this. Yeah. So here we are basically counting equal counts. So whatever the list which is coming, we are counting it, and we are assigning to this output variable, which is unresolved case. Here we have checks as an available for output. And this output is coming in this panel. I was showing it, right? So now we have one more scenario. If I will ask the agent, can you give me the details of high priority? open cases. It will not give any details because there is no action for that. It will say sorry or something. Let's see. So uh, actually, this I don't know how it get the response. Let me see this number. This a high priority or not? Because there are only five cases, right? So we have to see whether this all are open or not. Not getting any details. So let me add it again. So they found open cases. I think yeah. Okay. So what is happening when I'm saying high priority open cases? Then basically it's passing the case status as an open, but it's not checking the high priority, right? So we have to change the instruction so that when I'm passing high priority, then this flow should not be executed. So there's an issue with our flow. When I'm saying high priority, it is just passing open here. Okay, it should always pause the close. So there's an issue with this flow, but what we can do, we can create a new flow and then we will give the old instruction. So create a new flow, I will just go to the flow. Because for the high priority is the field, so we have to pass two parameters. So we'll create a new flow. Oh, 1 second. So we'll have to go to setup. We'll go to flow, create new, create from the scratch. So whenever you create a flow, we will always create a auto launch flow for this Agentforce. For first element is get record. So we wanted to fetch the high priority cases. So for that, if whenever you have to fetch a query, you have to make a query, then you have to use the get record. So we just give the name, get high priority cases, high priority open cases. So which object details we have to fetch? We have to fetch case object details, and here we have to give where the status does not equals to uh, close. Let me give the closed, and now put priority is a field. No, not this one. This one where priority equals to, it should be filled high. But for high should be an input. So we'll get a new resource which is should be a variable, and it should be a text, and it should be available for input, and we have to give input priority priority, and that's it, just a single collection one. And then here we have to give the value input priority, and then we have to 1 second, and then we have to store all the records, and we have to choose a field as well. I want the uh, case number, as well as let's see the priority as well, priority. And we will now we have to use assignment. And now whatever the records we are getting, we have to assign to the output variable. So now we have to create the variable output variable. So whenever you're creating a agent force, there should be two variable. This is mandatory. Without having input and output variable, you cannot use lightning flow inside the agent force section, which is very common whenever you're configuring. If you're just providing the output variable values or the reference, then you will not be able to configure the agent force section. So here I have to provide okay, yeah. So first of all, I have to create the output variable. So for that, let me choose a variable, and it should be record multiple records, because I have to collect all the high priority open cases and I have to provide the details. So this should be a record, and it should be in the form of collection or a single record. And I have to choose which object it is belong. This collection belongs to cases, and it should be available for output. And let me make high API name of this variable high priority case collection. Um, Save, and here now I have to assign high priority case collection equals to so whatever the case that we are getting here based on this query, we are assigning to the list, and this list will be available as an output. And in the assignment is fine. So yeah, everything is fine. So now we have to save. Let me save get high priority cases. Copy this name for the future reference. Here I can just copy and save and activate. And now we will test as well. We will debug it and we will test whether it's working fine or not. So I will provide high, and we'll see how many records it's returning and if there is an issue. So this it is only returning one. Sorry, it's returning two cases, right? Yeah, two cases, high priority closed cases. So these two cases should be also be there in the chat boot whenever we are asking, right? How many cases are there? How many open cases, open high priority cases are there? So let's configure, let's make a action and refer this flow inside your agent force action. So this is the agent force, and already there are two action in which topic, in this topic. This is a topic. We can create multiple topics by creating new. So this is a topic. Inside one topic you can add multiple action. Here I have to add another action which will fetch the high priority close cases. Whenever I will ask, it will provide the details. So let's create new action. And so I told you, right? You can use apex, either you can use flow or prompt template. We'll make another video for that, how you can use the apex here in the agent force and the prompt template. So as of now, since we configured the flow for this scenario, so I will choose flow. And now you have to give the reference of the flow. So our flow name is get high priority cases. So we have to choose get high priority cases. Click next. And here now I have to give the agent actions information. So here in the last, in the previous, I mean in the old flow action, we have provided this detail. So we will just take copy and paste, and we will do the amendment. So I'm just copying this instruction and we'll paste here, and we'll do the amendment. Provide the details of case list only when user asking for the details of open and high priority cases list or details or details. Okay, now we can copy the same and we will just make the amendment. Pass, now we have to pass high, right? Because now this input priority is a priority could be high, low or medium, so it cannot be close. So we have to always pass high to the parent. When the user asks, they want to know about open and high priority cases. It should be required input. Yeah, without this input, the flow action cannot be worked. So this is a required input. And then go here, copy and paste. So here we will make that show the list of cases to the user of high priority open cases to the user when they to asked if they are asking. So these are the instructions which is really required, because they will check that what instruction I provided and what the customer is asking. Based on that, basically provide that information. Now I have to click the show in the conversation. So this is the output. So we have to show this output into the conversation, whatever the conversation will be happening there in this preview panel. Now click finish. So conversational preview panel is this. Let me refresh again, and finger crossed. Let's see. So now I will ask, can you provide me the details of open high priority cases? So let's see which action will get execute. So yeah, so here see this action got execute, and it's showing that this is a case number. This is the priority, high priority. Give me the count of all open cases. Let's see how many cases it's giving me now and which action is getting executed. So get case details. This is a different action which is getting configure. This one open, get open cases, and it's showing me there are currently 5 cases. Now I will ask, give me the list of these open cases, and let's see which action will get executed. See, it's giving me the 5. So this is how, see, I build 3 actions. So now you don't have, being as a manager, I don't have to configure anything. I will just ask to this chatbot, and this chatbot will provide me all the information. And it's just the easy configuration. Without writing a single piece of code, I configure this. I made this AI agent. So this is how simple is it. If still, if you're facing any problem to build your first AI agent, let me know, and please subscribe this channel so that I can get motivated to post such kind of video. Thank you.